My little brother dropped to one knee during my wedding, right in the middle of my wife's father-daughter dance. Everyone turned, cameras flashed. He wasn't proposing to help, he was hijacking the entire moment, so I made sure that moment would be the last good one he'd have for a long, long time. If you've ever had someone steal your spotlight, your day, your joy just because they thought they could, then you'll love what comes next. Smash that like button. Subscribe for more true justice stories, and let me take you inside the most calculated revenge I've ever planned. Let's get into it. Some families have golden children. Ours had Todd. I'm 35, the oldest of 3. My younger brother Todd is 29, and our sister Abby is 32. When Todd was born, there were complications. He spent weeks in the ICU. And from that moment forward, my parents decided he'd never suffer again. Emotionally, financially, spiritually, they spoon-fed him everything. I can't tell you how many times Abby and I had to give up something so Todd could have what he wanted, whether it was Christmas gifts, attention, or even basic fairness. Todd always came first, and worst of all, he knew it, and he loved it. Over the years, he developed a gift. He could sniff out someone else's big moment and find a way to steal it. When Abby graduated college, Todd showed up drunk, started a fight with her boyfriend, and had to be escorted out. When I got promoted at work, Todd announced he was dropping out to start his own business, which he never did. And when our cousin announced her engagement at a family dinner, Todd told everyone that he might be expecting a child with his girlfriend Lucy. Yeah, Lucy was younger, 24 at the time, and Todd, of course, was completely obsessed with her. He brought her everywhere. She was sweet, quiet, and frankly, didn't seem to love the attention as much as Todd loved giving it. But when Lucy announced her pregnancy at Abby's baby shower, that was the final straw. Abby was livid. I was done. We both told our parents. We were tired of making room for Todd's ego in every major milestone. Fast forward a few months, I'm planning my wedding. I proposed to Michelle, my now wife, and honestly, I wanted to elope. I didn't want the drama. I knew what would happen, but Michelle wanted her family there, so I agreed, invited my family out of pure obligation. Michelle's only request, please, just let the day be about us. Seems simple, but when Todd's involved, nothing ever is. We were out for drinks with the groomsmen one night when my best man, Jim, noticed something odd. A receipt from a jewelry store slipped out of Todd's jacket pocket. Jim picked it up, looked at it, and saw a diamond engagement ring. Expensive, dated just 2 days prior. He pulled Todd aside. Don't tell me you're going to propose at your brother's wedding, man. Todd got defensive, argued, denied it outright, but Jim knows how to read people. So do I, and it didn't take much to put the pieces together. Jim told me everything. My gut twisted. I felt it in my chest. The rage, the betrayal, the exhaustion of once again having to defend my own moment. So I confronted Todd. I told him he was out, not just as a groomsman, but as any sort of key player in the wedding. He cried, literally cried to our parents. They, of course, called me cruel, unfair. My mom said, he never said he was going to propose. My dad insisted, yeah, but I knew the pattern. The receipt. I listed all the moments Todd had hijacked over the years. They couldn't argue. So eventually, they convinced Todd to agree not to do anything at the wedding. But I was done trusting him. I told him, if you try anything, even a little, you'll regret it. Now here's where the fun starts. You see, I wasn't just angry, I was focused. Jim and I hatched a plan. A wild, petty, perfect plan. We found a woman, an actress, friend of a friend who was willing to play a role. We gave her a name, a backstory, and yes, Todd's actual phone number. I even messed with Todd's phone settings the night before the wedding during a group dinner. Nothing major, just enabled preview texts and unlocked access to certain apps. All the pieces were set. Wedding day arrives. Michelle looks stunning. The venue is glowing. I'm trying to stay calm. Todd shows up looking smug, shakes my hand like we're still bros. Halfway through the reception during Michelle's father-daughter dance, no less, Todd makes his move. He walks up to Lucy, drops to one knee, and pops the question. No whispering, no privacy, just full-blown spectacle. Gasps. Phones up, cameras flashing. Michelle is frozen, mid-step as her dad tries to keep the moment going. I look at Jim. He nods. The actress walks over. She's crying, trembling loud enough for the nearby tables to hear. Todd, what are you doing? You said you'd tell her after the wedding. Lucy turns. Actress continues. You said I should keep the baby, that you'd leave her after today. Todd stammers, denies it, looks around, red-faced. She pulls out her phone and dials his number. Right on cue, his phone rings in his pocket. The ringtone, a baby crying. That was Jim's idea. Brilliant. Todd fumbles, hangs up, but it's too late. Lucy is pale. She throws the ring back in his face and storms out, sobbing. People are silent, awkward, confused, and me. I'm smiling. Todd figured it out pretty quickly. He called, texted, emailed. My parents did too, demanding I fix this and tell Lucy it was fake. I didn't answer, not until after the honeymoon. Then I sent Todd a single text. No idea what you're talking about. Attached was a screenshot of half the wedding bill. You ruined my moment. You owe me. Pay up. He lost his mind. Apparently Lucy dumped him, threw out his stuff, and won't let him see their kid. He's been begging me to talk to her. Even Abby, who's been on my side for years, says maybe I went too far. But here's the thing. Michelle cried when Todd interrupted that dance. She cried again when I told her the plan, and she laughed so hard when she saw it actually work. I didn't just get revenge. I got justice. Sometimes people only understand boundaries when you draw them in blood red ink. Todd thought my life was just another stage for his drama, but I made sure this time he wasn't the star, he was the lesson. What's the pettiest but most deserved revenge you've ever seen? Drop it in the comments. Smash that like button if you think Todd got exactly what he deserved, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories where karma hits harder than ever. Until next time, protect your peace and your party.